Alright, today we'll be looking at the Moments Klay Thompson challenge from my team. The requirement is to score 60 points over 40 minutes instead of 29 as Klay did. As you can see, I was able to score 65 over time. Some of you has asked me over Twitter and sent me messages on how to do this challenge efficiently, so I'll be showing you that today. The offense that I use is the next space to floor space cutting freelance I've been showing you guys previously, so this would be a good addition to that series. So as you can see, I barely shot any threes. I mostly went inside because that was the challenge I gave myself, and as always, defense is very important in any kind of these things. So you can see the defensive settings I had at the end that will showcase my newer defensive system that I'll do a tutorial later in the week or maybe next week. So here you see limits, transition, push the pace, space the floor, and next freelance. So because you have to make Klay score only all the basket pretty much. So initially, if you think Klay pick and fade, that wouldn't work because 2K is good at that this year. They will switch that. But what you want to do is do a Klay pick and roll, because in the next freelance, a middle pick and roll is kind of like a 5-out set with your designator rolling in, so it's pretty deadly. And with the fact that Klay can shoot and also get a point guard that can shoot like Steve Francis or Curry and whatever, this roll is going to be there a lot. Now obviously you're going to be very careful with the passes, as I've shown you guys time and time again. You want to look at these middle pick and rolls because it shows you execution and timing. It looks easy, but some of you who run these, you know it's not that easy. So pay attention to the middle pick and rolls I run and the hesitation and the passing angles I do put into my game. And here, that's just the post-up I showed you guys to the space cut, and that's another easy look for Klay. Over time, as you score really well, you will get doubled, so the space cutting from the post-up is great. And once again, the middle pick and roll, but pay attention on how I run them in this video. And I'm just going to fast forward to free throws. But yes, and here I'm going to post the ball with my power forward, who is Jerry Lucas, cut to the basket, space cutting again. For some of you who worried that saying the space cutting, it's free buttons is going to be slow, let's look at me do it here. It took no time, seriously. Look, if you see me space cut, it's fast. So pay attention to the middle pick and roll. Watch the hesitation I do. I try to line up with the roller, parallel, then finish. The middle pick and roll is not this easy. I just make it look this easy, and you see after 6 minutes, 14 points with Klay, so we're going at a good pace. Focus on the subtleties I put in my pick and roll game. And here I have posted up by Anthony Davis. Obviously I have a stretch 4 and all of this is space the floor, and I'm running, pick and roll katanas. And the interesting thing I saw in the katana is, within the next freelance I didn't notice, if you run the katana, it actually turns into 3-2 spacing. I don't know if that's the most ideal, but at the same time, maybe you can use that to your advantage because of the big coming down. If you go at the same time, it does pressure the defense in different ways. But there you see the middle pick and roll didn't work, so then we flow through it, and I go to the space cut, and I already actually activated the space cut. Like, look, that's how fast it takes to activate the space cut. I mean, like, how fast is that? Like half a second? It is not slow. It's pretty much icon pass plus one button. So like, that's not slow at all. It takes practice, but it does allow you to protect the ball. And once again, that's a perfect middle pick and roll by my standards. So watch the subtlety in there. If you need to watch it again, you can rewind it. But obviously with these methods, the katana, the middle pick and roll, everything in next space, the floor freelance, and the space cutting, I was able to easily get Klay 65 points. I only needed 60. And I did it in 29 minutes just as Klay did. So here, after 10 minutes, I already had 27. So for those of you wondering how to, make one guy score in the next freelance, space cutting, space the floor style that I showed you, this is how you do it. But I wouldn't suggest it at all because that doesn't make any sense to do it this way. But if you ever need to do these moment challenges that 2K gives you, this is more than enough to deliver. Like, I didn't even call a play. Like, I have money plays. You guys know that. And I didn't even call a play, and I was able to produce this much. So for those of you offline players, I don't know if this is good news or bad news. This is just the unfortunate side of 2K, I guess. When you have elite scorers like this and a smart offense like the one I have designed, you are just going to dominate offline. So 16 minutes, 36 points, like, Jesus. I will also be showing online footage on my team or Play Now with this. After I show the defensive settings, I want to show the defensive settings again because you guys know I went on like a binge. Oh, look at that alley-oop. Defensive setting run. And after that, like, that was defenses I know, but like you see, Klay 61 points, 27 minutes, so that's the end. So this is the defensive settings I use against the Pacers. I have been using these ones lately, online and offline. I'll be doing a video on this soon with online gameplay and some offline for those of you interested in offline, playing. But like I said, earlier this year I went on like a defensive setting bench run where I did like 10 in a row. I know you guys love all of those, but I kind of stayed away from it because I've been using them, but I have modded it into what you see here. So because some basic defensive settings questions of what you see here, you can ask me in the comment section. And remember though, I did these for the Pacers, right? So these are Pacers specific, but not the end of the world. So there you go. And if you stay tuned this part of the video, you're probably a true, well, not a true fan, but you're probably like a hardcore fan of my stuff. I appreciate that. I'll be dropping some Overwatch videos later because I want to form an Overwatch team with my subs, so a team of 6, so we can do on competitive or we can get better together. I love Overwatch. So yeah, you want to join my Overwatch team? Leave it in the comment section. Your PSN tag, PlayStation only. Sorry guys, I only have a PS4. So PlayStation only. If you want to join me on Overwatch, I'll be showing you highlights. I'm not bad at the game, but I want to form a team. Like I don't have a team on there, so I want to form a team together. And also I'll be forming a team in Pro-Am later in the year after Christmas break too. So leave a comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want to join Pro-Am and my Overwatch team. Okay? As always, thanks for coming by. Have a safe weekend, and I will see all of you with defensive settings and more gameplay and more quizzes next time.